Hi guys, I have been working here with my kid, and we've been going through some of the materials that we've been working from the previous year. So some of that material is all about reading, some of that material is financial literacy as well. We've been working with Apologia. We are going really slow still with those programs. We're moving ahead when it comes to spelling, traditional spelling. We were on level 2 and we are about to reach level 3, start with our new program of traditional spelling. So that is going very well. All About Reading is moving and it's working well. It's just I feel like it's taking us along these last few lessons that we have for All About Reading compared to how I planned to go with them during these new homeschool years. So it's been taking us a little bit long as well because we've been sick. So some of the days that we were supposed to be working with All About Reading, obviously we haven't been able to do it because we've been sick. So we took a few days, and very soon we're going to have a series of appointments, doctor's appointments, that probably are going to have us going behind on those areas because it takes time for me because I work outside. So that is making us spend a little bit more of time with those materials compared to how I have things planned and how I thought that I was going to be moving with those materials with my kid. So we have All About Reading, and after we finish All About Reading, we're going to have Pathways. So I am still thinking on using that book, but I would like to purchase another book that will go along with that one. I don't know if it's going to be working very well with that one, but hopefully once I purchase that other book, it will help us, because even though I feel like he's been going very well when it comes to reading, I feel like he's lacking a little bit of fluency, and I would like to work a little bit more when it comes to that. Now, with spelling, we continue using traditional spelling. Again, we are about to finish the second level, and we are going to start the third level of traditional spelling. So traditional spelling is working very well for us, and now that the amount of books that we're going to be working when it comes to traditional spelling is going to reduce, is going to be better for us because it's less materials that we have to be going through. So that gave us the opportunity to focus a little bit more on the areas that I think I would like to work a little bit more with him. Example of that will be math. So for math, you guys already know that we are using Matthew C. It's working very well for us, and we continue working with that program because it's working for us. But as well, I would like to work with another program just to help him a little bit more to get to those areas that he hasn't gone through with Matthew C. yet, and just having him exposed to those ones prior he started with Matthew C. in those areas with those concepts. So I selected Apologia's math for that, and I think it's going to go very well because Apologia's math, while it's mastery, I think it's a little bit more on the spiral as well compared to Matthew C. Matthew C. is really mastery approach. So I think that the combination of both of them, Matthew C. being a little bit more on the simple side, black and white, straight to the point, and Apologia's math being a little bit more on the playful side, color and illustrations. It relates to real life. So I think that's going to be working very well for us. And hopefully, since now we have less materials because we finished with All About Reading, which was taking a good amount of time when it comes to homeschool because we have to go through the phonetical sounds and all of that, I think it's going to be helpful in that way because we have less materials. We're kind of like simplifying things every time we finish with something. Obviously, when you go to the higher levels, sometimes yes, you can cover a lot of materials or you can reduce the amount of materials. And in our case, because he was getting the phonetical part from the All About Reading, learning reading with the All About Reading program, and he is now doing and using as well BJU when it comes to the comprehension. Now that we're finishing with the All About Reading, even though if I purchase another program for phonics, it will be very simple compared to what we're doing with All About Reading. So I think that is going to be helping us a lot. When it comes to history, we continue using learning American history through literature, so that is working very well. We are going to slow because we are reading chapter books, so it's taking us a good amount of time. We're watching movies, we're doing activities, so that takes time, but we are moving ahead. Now we continue having Story of the World. We pause the Story of the World so we can focus on learning American history through literature, and eventually we're going to start Story of the World as well. So that is helping us to just move along a little bit faster when it comes to learning American history through literature. So with history, we're doing very well. And it has a little bit of geography, so I don't have to worry about that because it's covered pretty much with that. And activities, we are doing the activities when it comes to history and science. We are using for science Apologia Science. That is working very well for us. It's simple, and we are trying to finish Flying Creatures of the Fifth Day because we have another science program. And if you saw my curriculum choices, you know that we have another program for science. Once we finish that program, we probably are going to go back to Apologias because that's what we like, but hopefully we're going to be able to start with that other program soon. Now, when it comes to electives, we are doing art. So we have Living Art, that's from Master Books, and we are doing as well, we are doing chibis, which is manga for my kid. Both are working very well, and one day he dedicates to one, and then I have a few weeks that I dedicate him for the Master Books. They are both teaching the same thing, it's just in a different way, because obviously one is manga and one is just more on the classical way when it comes to art. So that's how we are handling art. We have other electives like architecture as well. We have sewing, and you saw the different materials that we're going to be using for electives, so that is in there. So I am trying to kind of like doing a looping schedule when it comes to that, and I think we're going to be able to tackle all of them and being able to expose him to each one of them in a way that he's not getting bored just with one. When it comes to foreign languages and electives, when it comes to Spanish and Japanese, he's been using the Japanese more on a fun side, and we are really trying to make sure that we're doing Spanish the way that we're supposed to do it. So you're going to see more about that once I start doing the videos of planning the week with me, and I will just explain that more when it comes to how we are doing things in here, when it comes to the subjects in the order in which we are doing it, and how many days we're doing for each subject once I create that video. So everything else is working very well for us. We are a little bit behind compared to where I wanted to be because we've been sick, and the doctor's appointments and things that have just come up that they were not planned obviously is putting us a little bit behind. But besides that, we are working very well with the things. I still have to adjust a little bit the schedule. We are having a little bit of troubles when it comes to the times to go to sleep because he's on the preteen, so we have those little bit of attitudes when it comes to getting at a certain time to sleep. I have to work outside, so that makes things a little bit more complicated. So I think that we have to work through all of that, and I like to make note of everything in my planner. I have a section where I just make note of the things that we have to work with a little bit. I have to work with rhyming and poetry with him because I noticed he's been having a little bit of trouble when it comes to that. So you're going to see some changes here in our homeschool. Eventually I would like to share that with you guys more in detail, but so far this is how we've been doing and working with our subjects. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Grammar, fixed grammar is going very well as always, and it's getting a little bit more difficult, so I can see already his growth when it comes to grammar. I think he obviously needs to work a little bit more, but very well fix the grammar for us. We have probably one more book, I think is Frog Prince, after we finish Mowgli, and that's it, because he's not interested on the Little Mermaid, and we will move to our next grammar program, which will be with BJU, because we selected the English. You guys probably saw that in our curriculum choices. So I hope this video is helpful. If it is, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me thumbs up. That's how you let me know that you enjoy this type of videos and that this video is being helpful to you, or it has given you ideas. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them down below. Any link that I can provide for you guys will be in the description box. I hope you guys have a good day. I will see you then. Bye-bye.